Thank you, Jackie, and to all of you for the opportunity to share with you today. WVS is the state-led supplemental program serving students in grades 6 through 12, and I'm going to ask for some help here on the next slide, please. As a collaborative partner of the Wisconsin Digital Learning Collaborative, along with the Department of Public Instruction in the Wisconsin eSchool Network, we provide pathways for schools to enter the digital learning space, whether completely online or blended, as well as providing professional learning to facilitate that process. Together, we work with 230 districts, over half in the state. WVS partners so districts can either use their own highly qualified teachers in our infrastructure and digital content, or we can provide a qualified teacher too. Our teachers are hired as consultants, and the majority work in K-12 districts. We have some stay-at-home mom and dads, and we have some teachers who have retired from their face-to-face positions and are just keeping a course or two online. Next slide, please. The survey revealed to us that WVS is a major player in providing ongoing professional development for teachers, that they found it useful, and that they really valued it. The survey also confirmed what we were hearing verbally or had seen on other individual PD evaluations, in that training for the online courses also changed teaching practices in their face-to-face classroom. They really liked flexibility and options for delivery. They also wanted the ability for concepts to be applied to real-life situations, allowing them to implement what was learned, and then for us to provide some feedback, or their peers provide feedback. They also wanted to continue to meet at least once face-to-face. Since student engagement and perseverance were key areas of focus, we looked at how we could not only provide professional learning, but additional support, which led to some changes in policy, or those expectations for participation and practice, really the what, the place, the pace, and the time, along a continuum of low, medium, and high intensity facilitation. For example, teachers now hold online office hours at a time that meets their needs using a synchronous tool that we provide. We've also added 24/7 tutoring service, as well as a separate orientation course that is facilitated by our online teachers and is free of charge for districts to enroll students in, really to help students reflect about online learning and to help them develop skills prior to enrollment in the course for greater credit. Next slide. The survey questions, based on the crosswalk of the InTask Model Core Teacher Standards and the iNACOL National Standards for Quality Online Learning, helped us to hear our teachers' voices related to their professional learning needs, and surface some larger focus areas as seen here in the bubbles. We implemented professional learning communities that are facilitated by the teachers' peers to meet the unstructured preferred method. We also, though, utilize these same facilitators to hold quarterly synchronous or structured sessions that are recorded, connected to the focus areas. Student engagement and perseverance are woven into each major area of emphasis. Next slide. Both the face-to-face session and our annual conference day included these focus areas as well. During the annual conference, we included pathways connected to these topics in the morning, so structured, but also allowed for the unstructured or unconference-like format in the afternoon for teachers, but also other important users that affect student engagement and perseverance. Next slide. Teachers developed SMART goals as well for the first time this past year, connected to the standards and the themes, not as a form of formal assessment, but as a way for us to personalize and support the teacher's professional learning. We continue to visit the best practices for delivery of professional development that is productive, efficient, measurable, and addresses the needs of the WDLC collectively without duplication of effort, and making sure that we are incorporating both structured and unstructured opportunities based on standards. Next slide. As an example of productivity is a collaboration with 10 other state members in the Virtual School Leadership Alliance to carry out a book study, which really helped look at student engagement and perseverance through the spectrum of the length of a full online course. We also trained lead teachers in using Quality Matters programs and rubrics to assist with evaluation of content developed by national vendors and to assist with peer review of course additions like welcome folders and/or course customizations with a special focus on formative and summative assessments. Next slide. In order to meet the professional learning needs, the WDLC has built, is building, and we have purchased some on-demand professional learning modules, allowing us to use our infrastructure and personalize the professional learning experience for our adult learners. Dawn Nordine, Executive Director of WVS, will now share with you how the results are connected more widely to what is happening in our state and nationally. Next slide.
Thank you, Michelle. We were really excited to see this infographic come out from EdSurge. It helps describe what the Every Student Succeeds Act defines as professional learning for educators. You can see if you zero in on the center of the infographic, you'll see the words personalized, relevant, useful, and then the whole concept of engaging the learner, supporting them, measuring. Really, this diagram really spoke to us to match our needs from what we had heard our teachers were saying. Next slide, please. So beyond WVS, the survey, I think, has a lot of impact for others as well. As Michelle indicated a little bit earlier, our partnership in the Virtual School Leadership Alliance, 10 member states across the country with similar needs, similar types of teachers working for their programs, providing supplemental online courses for students. Together, we can use the survey, we can provide and develop professional learning development opportunities that really are economy of scale, they're productive, they're efficient, and at the same time we can share the hosting and the expertise amongst each other. The Virtual School Leadership Executive Directors and Curriculum Directors have surveyed each of the states, and we found that we have a lot of very similar goals around accessibility, the special education piece, quality, and delivering high quality online content development. Using this survey tool can be adapted and utilized by others. It can be revised for a future assessment very easily. As you heard our researchers say that you have access to this survey, we can see for ourselves that as time goes on, we'll revisit the survey, modify it to meet our current needs that we're hearing, and try to get from our teachers what else they might need. The third thing that will have an impact a little bit closer to home here in our own state is we have a project called Wise Learn, which currently is the development of a statewide educator portal which focuses on developing capacity of educators to integrate digital resources into their instruction. So by extension, this effort will assist students in meeting new rigorous content standards. The purpose of the Wise Learn Educator Resource Portal is to coordinate a process by which educators can identify high-quality digital resources that align to both Wisconsin standards and the ITLS standards. So this will include high-quality professional learning resources in the future. So the things that we've learned from our online teachers and others who will administer the survey will help us populate this portal and also curate it and make sure that we are populating it with quality professional learning resources for others in our state to use. That would be districts and educational organizations throughout our state.